فقوت الروح أرواح المعاني وليس بأن طعمت ولا شربت.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. In the previous episode, we talked about what is interest, and we did discuss about the types of interest or the types of riba, and we just also spoke about the illah, the causes of the riba, and we discussed according to the madhahib al-arba'a, the four schools of thought, how they have analyzed and extracted the illah, the cause, from the ahadith that we know of, which is narrated by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. Just a quick recap on the types of riba that we have. So riba in the Islam, we spoke about there are two types. Number one is Ribaa Al Fadl, and the second one is Ribaa an-Nasi'ah. Some of in the kutub or some of the books we see Ribaa an-Nasi'ah mentioned first and Ribaa Al Fadl mentioned second. Ribaa an-Nasi'ah, the first category, as mentioned in the Quran, this Ribaa an-Nasi'ah was the act of Jahiliyyah, and in Jahiliyyah the Arabs used to lend money to other person on a time frame. So in this one, you lend out the money, you give a loan to another person on a time frame. For example, Abu Bakr has given 100 dirhams loan to Umar for a time frame of 2 months. That you return me the 100 dirhams in 2 months. If you fail to return in these 2 months, then I will charge from you 210 dirhams. So this is extra 10 dirhams that the Abu Bakr is charging from Umar is riba. This kind of riba is called Ribaa an-Nasi'ah, and this was flooded in the Arabs before Islam. Before Islam, this was flooded. Another type of riba is Ribaa Al Fadl. Ribaa Al Fadl, we talk about when Ribaa Al Fadl, it is from the hadith that we know that Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, he narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam has mentioned about the 6 things, and when a person is dealing with these 16 things in exchange of these 6 things, for example, if a person is buying gold in exchange of gold, silver exchange of silver, wheat exchange of wheat, barley exchange of barley, salt exchange of salt, right, and dates in exchange of dates. When a person is transacting, right, in exchange of these 6 things, then he has to ensure that he is exchanging in equal and hand to hand. So it's not like he's exchanging 5 kg of dates in exchange of 6 kg or 7 kg of dates. No, it has to be 5 kg of dates in exchange of 5 kg of dates, and it should be changed in present. That means it should not be on a credit purpose. This is a kind of trade or Ribaa Al Fadl. This kind of trading or exchanging and trading used to happen a lot in past, and today also this exists if we go in villages which has not yet developed, and they survive on these 6 things. This kind of riba or this kind of trade is called Ribaa Al Fadl. We also spoke about something very important, which is illatul riba, which is also called as cause of riba. Ulama, when they have analyzed the riba, and especially on Ribaa Al Fadl, the second type of riba where the 6 things as mentioned in the hadith, when they have analyzed each ulama, each alim, each fuqaha, they have done their own ijtihad, their own analysis, and they have extracted the causes of riba. Why in hadith these 6 things have been mentioned? How do we understand it? How do we apply it in things that are other than these 6 things? So, thinking about this hadith from the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and to today's our time that we are in, the world has developed so much, right? These 6 things are not there yet, not there in practice or in survival as much as we see. So they have analyzed, pondered upon, and they extracted the illah, the causes. And this causes is different in each madhab. Speaking from the Hanafi madhab perspective, they have extracted that the reason behind this riba from these 6 things are that when the 2 things are exchange of same category, which is tamar bi tamar, tamar in exchange of tamar. Because in hadith it's mentioned mithlam bi mithl. So with that perspective, that when hadith is saying mithlam bi mithl, right, that it should be in same category things, when they are in exchange, right, then they should be exchanged in equal, otherwise there is a riba. So the first reason that Hanafi madhab they have extracted is that they should be of same category. That's the first cause. Analyzing it further, they also understood that there is also cause number 2, which is that all of these things that are mentioned in the hadith, they are either those things that they can be weighted, right? You can weight them or you can measure them on a scale. These are only those kind of things. So they have concluded in their madhab that the illah of Ribaa Al Fadl, or the cause of Ribaa Al Fadl, is that when things are exchanged from the same category, and these things, or the things that have or the things that are exchanged, they have same measure or same scale, right? Then anything in extra that has been received in exchange is Ribaa Al Fadl. They have this analysis and this is their reasoning. For example, 5 kg of gold is exchanged by 10 kg of gold. Now this is riba according to Imam Abu Hanifa and his students. Why? Because if you see the illah that Imam Abu Hanifa says is they have same jins. So 2 things that are being exchanged over here, both of them are gold. So the first cause is they are from the same category. Second, these both of the things can be weighted. That's why 5 kg of gold in exchange of 10 kg of gold, this is riba based on the weight, because they are same category and these 2 things can be weighted. Taking this concept, if we apply in the current scenario of our world, like worldly thing, for example, if someone has a construction business, right, and he is having one cement for his construction, so he is giving that cement, like 100 kg of cement in exchange of 200 kg of cement. Is this riba? Yes. Why? Because we will see the illah. The illah over here, or the cause of riba over here, is that those things that are being exchanged are of same type, cement, and in exchange also we are getting cement. Can they be weighted or scaled? Yes. So when they are in exchange, they can be weighted. So it's 100 kg over here. Yes, that means it can be weighted now. In exchange, you are getting 200 kg. That means here there is a riba of 100 kg. Right? This is according to Imam Abu Hanifa. The ulama also spoke more about it, that how do we understand the things that can be weighed or scaled. They mention, some of the ulama says that this is according to the urf, according to the practice of the community. If the community has considered a particular kind of thing as kg, we'll take it as kg. If they have taken that thing as liters, we will take it as liters. So it all depends on urf. According to Imam al-Shafi'i rahimahullah, Imam al-Shafi'i, he analyzed the cause of riba, and he says that according to him, the gold and silver that are mentioned in the hadith, the illah, the cause of its riba is thamaniya, because it has a value of trade. That is why this falls under that category. And the other things, he says that this is food. So according to, if you want to put this into an application, we will say according to Imam Shafi'i that any food that is being exchanged must be equal. If it is not equal in exchange, then it is riba. As simple as that. In the value of trade, we take it as gold, silver and currency. If they are in the exchange, right, then it has to be an equal value. This is according to Imam Shafi'i's ijtihad. He has taken out this illah, and mashallah, this is a very this is a thing that creates ease in the society and gives a wider perspective for understanding the illat of riba. Imam Malik also says the same opinion, similar opinion almost. He mentions that the gold and silver is considered to be value of trade, right? This is why it has been mentioned in the hadith. And other than this is food. All of them are considered to be food. And he also adds a more deep understanding to what kind of food falls under Ribaa Al Fadl, and what kind of food falls in Ribaa an-Nasi'ah, and what is their illah behind it. He also mentions in Ribaa Al Fadl, the one that we exchange in terms of business based on the hadith, that in that case the food must be something that can be saved, that person can store. This is according to Imam Malik. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, in this opinion, in this regards, but in Illatul Riba, has three opinions. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal's first opinion is similar to Imam Abu Hanifa's opinion. His second opinion is same as Imam Shafi'i's opinion, and his third opinion is similar to Imam Shafi'i's opinion, but in that he adds that any food that cannot be weighed, that cannot be scaled, then that is not under the category of riba. You can have more in exchange when dealing. This is another summary of our first episode, and I hope this will help, inshallah. So in this lesson, or in this episode, we'll talk about the conditions that are required when we are exchanging the two items that are of similar category. There are three conditions to it. When we are exchanging the two items of similar category, we need to keep in mind for three conditions. Number one, we need to ensure that the two things of similar type, when they are being exchanged, they should be having same weight or same measure or same quantity. These three things needs to be understood. So two things or two items, when being exchanged, they should have same weight or same scale measure or same quantity. This is important. Secondly, there should not be any condition of credit on this exchange. So when the two things are being exchanged, there should not be any condition of credit on the items. It should be a credit-free exchange. The third thing is that this exchange should be done in such a way that both the parties are able to get the ownership of their items at the same time in the same area. It shouldn't be like one is not present and the other is present. No, both things should be possessed by each party at the same time in same place, nothing on credit. These are the three main conditions that is to be observed when two things which are of same type or same category and are in exchange. Moving on, what about the things that are of different category and when they are in exchange? For example, the gold in exchange of silver, or barley in exchange of wheat. Well, if this is the case, then there are two conditions that needs to be taken care of. Number one is, again, they should not be on credit. So you cannot exchange barley in exchange of wheat, but you are getting wheat after 2 months, right? Of course, the wheat will be more in the quantity or more in weight that you are receiving, which is not right. Secondly, same thing, the possession should be done at the same time, same place. It is not allowed to have the possession other than the same time. These are the conditions that needs to be taken care while doing the exchange of goods and ensuring that we are safe from riba. Having said this, this gives us a general picture and just helps us understand the ribawi or the interest area that was being practiced in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and how Sahaba and how Tabi'een, Taba Tabi'een understood it and formulated the rules and conditions and the causes for the riba. If we move from this and we apply in our time, we see that exchange items to items is not practiced anymore. But we see riba an-Nasi'ah, the riba that is practiced in Jahiliyyah, where people give qard, loan to other people, and then they charge on it. Well, if you want to picture this, we clearly see that the riba an-Nasi'ah that we have learned and we see in the books and what the Quran has said, the prohibition about it is in the banks that we have. So in the banks, if we see riba an-Nasi'ah is widely being practiced in many different forms. As for Ribaa Al Fadl, they mentioned about the 6 things that says hadith, we can conclude that Ribaa Al Fadl is practiced in the exchange. So when we go for a currency exchange, we see these conditions that they do not exchange the currency on credit, and they ensure the currency that is exchanged, it is hand to hand. So if I want to exchange 50 dirham to dollars, I am ensuring that it's hand to hand and it's exchanged same time. So if I want to put this into category, then this is the category when the two jinns are different. When they are of different category, when exchanged, it has to be exchanged in the same time and it has to be hand to hand. So dirham, one side is 500 dirhams, other side is dollar. They both are from different category, and when they are exchanged, then they are exchanged in at same time without credit, and it has to be possessed by each party at the same counter, same time. Otherwise, this will be Ribaa Al Fadl. This is in a nutshell which helps us understand where we can apply Ribaa Al Fadl or Ribaa an-Nasi'ah in our daily life. Moving ahead, when we see the tahreem that Quran has mentioned about the riba, and we see that riba in the Quran has been come into prohibition in 4 different stages. So the riba in the Quran that has been talked about, وَأَحَلَّ اللَّهُ الْبَيْعَ وَحَرَّمَ الرِّبَا, it has been done in 4 different forms. Inshallah, the next video which I will upload and the next episode will talk about the tadrij, the stages in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prohibited riba, and I'll talk a little bit more in detail about the hadith that talks about Ribaa Al Fadl, and we'll see some of the aspects from the banking point of view where we encounter riba, and inshallah with this it will help us to save ourselves from riba. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم.